Hello and welcome to another episode of today's GK. I am Pooja Devedi, and in this segment, we bring to you objective questions on a daily basis to help you crack prelims. So let's begin with the practice question of the last segment. Consider the following statements. The Government of India Transaction of Business Rules of 1961 emerges from Article 77, Clause 3 of the Constitution. The Parliament makes rules for the more convenient transaction of the business of the Government of India. The Cabinet Committees are constituted by the Prime Minister to lessen the enormous workload of the Cabinet. So we have to select the correct statement or statements. The first statement is correct, that the Government of India Transaction of Business Rules of 1961, it has its origin in Article 77, Clause 3 of the Constitution. First is correct, second is definitely not correct. Third is correct. The correct answer should be 1 and 3. That is option B. So, the executive in India works under the Government of India Transaction of Business Rules of 1961. These rules emerge from Article 77, Clause 3 of the Constitution, which states the President shall make, remember, the President shall make rules for more convenient transaction of the business of Government of India and for the allocation among ministers of the said business. The Prime Minister constitutes the standing committees of the Cabinet and sets out the specific functions assigned to them. He can add or reduce the number of committees. In addition to Cabinet committees, several group of ministers are constituted to look into different issues and subjects. They are an organizational device to lessen the enormous workload of the Cabinet. They facilitate an in-depth examination of policy issues and effective coordination. They are based on the principles of division of labor and effective delegation. They not only resolve issues and frame proposals for the Cabinet's consideration, but they also take decisions. The Cabinet can, of course, review their decisions. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding Panna Biosphere Reserve? It is situated in the Vindhya mountain ranges. It is included in the UNESCO's World Network of Biosphere Reserves. Betwa River flows through the Panna Biosphere Reserve. So we have to select the correct answer. First is correct, that it is situated in the Vindhya mountain ranges and it has been included in UNESCO's World Network of Biosphere Reserves. These two are correct. But 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐿 River flows through the Panna Biosphere Reserve, not Betwa. First and second should be the right answer, that is option A. The Indian desert cat has been spotted for the first time in Madhya Pradesh's Panna Tiger Reserve, and that has been said by a senior forest official, so this is authentic. UNESCO included the Panna Biosphere Reserve in the year 2020, very latest. The PBR is the third in the Madhya Pradesh to be included in the list after Panchamadi and Amarkantak. It was established in 1981 and PBR is located in the Panna and Chhattarpur districts of Madhya Pradesh with an area of around 540 km square. It is situated in the Vindhya mountain ranges in the northern parts of Madhya Pradesh. 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐿 River, one of the least polluted tributaries of the Yamuna River, flows through the reserve and the 𝐾𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐿 River interlinking project will also be located in it. The region is also famous for Panna diamond mining. With reference to manual scavenging, consider the following statements. It is in contravention with fundamental rights in India and the employment of people as manual scavengers is banned in India. As we have to select the correct statement or statements, both are correct. The correct answer is option C. Recently, it was announced that the Mumbai-led government has decided to conduct a survey of manual scavengers in the state. It has defined manual scavenging as the removal of human excrement from public streets and dry latrines, cleaning septic tanks, gutters and sewers. The practice is driven by caste, class and income divide. Therefore, manual scavenging is in contravention with Article 21 of the Constitution, which guarantees the right to life, and that too with personal dignity. Fundamental rights in India are the rights guaranteed under Part 3, Article 12 and 32, 35 are involved in it. In 1993, India banned, which year? 1993. India banned the employment of people as manual scavengers. That is the Employment of manual scavengers and constructions of dry latrines, Prohibition Act of 1993. Moving on, the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 was framed on the recommendations of which committee? This is very painful to understand that India still hasn't made it an act. Data growing faster than ever. Privacy is a question that has already surrounded the information with respect to the data. So it should be remembered that this question is very important. It is Justice B.N. Sri Krishna Committee. Option C is correct. Recently, the Union government informed the Delhi High Court that the international legal concept of the right to be forgotten is evolving in India and it comes under the right to privacy. The PDP Bill 2019 aims to provide for protection of privacy of individuals relating to their personal data and to establish Data Protection Authority of India for the said purposes and the matters concerning the personal data of an individual. It was framed on the recommendations of Justice B.N. Sri Krishna Committee. Moving on, with reference to application programming interface, which of the following statements is or are correct? Open source APIs are publicly available to consumers as well as software developers. Every web service is an API. APIs are protocol agnostic, can use any protocols or design styles. So we have to select the correct answer. All these three are definitely correct. The correct answer is option D. So recently, the Securities and Exchange Board of India has issued a discussion paper on regulating algorithmic or algo trading or trades generated out of automatic execution and logic. An application programming interface is an interface that can be used to program softwares that interact with an existing application. An open source API is also known as public API. It's an application programming interface made publicly available to software developers. Open APIs are published on the internet and shared freely, allowing the owner of a network accessible service to give universal access to consumers. APIs and web services are not manually exclusive. In fact, one is a subset of the other, and every web service is an API since it exposes an application's data and or functionality, but not every API is a web service. Moving on. APIs are protocol agnostic. While APIs can use any protocols or design styles, web services usually use specific protocols. Moving on. Consider the following statements regarding controlled aerial delivery system. The Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment is located in Agra, and the flight demonstration of CATS done by ADRDE is a part of the series of activities that are organized to celebrate Atal Innovation Mission. So we have to select the correct statement. The Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment is located in Agra. This is definitely correct. Very important to be remembered from the perspective of specially state PCS. Second is incorrect because the flight demonstration of CADS, which was done by ADRD, is a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. First is correct, second is not. The correct answer is option A, one only. Recently, a flight tested demonstration of controlled delivery system of 500 kg capacity was conducted by the Aerial Delivery Research and Development Establishment. The news of CADS flight demonstration by ADRDE was announced by the Ministry of Defence, and it further informed that ADRDE in Agra, Uttar Pradesh is a research and development laboratory of DRDO. The flight demonstration of CADS has been a part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav commemorating 75 years of India's independence. With respect to Goa Liberation Day, consider the following statements. The theme for Goa Liberation Day 2021 is Goa at 61. Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia played an important role in bringing revolution in Goa. So we have to select the correct statement. First is incorrect because the theme is Goa at 60 and not 61. Second is correct. The correct answer is option B. Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday participated in the Goa Liberation Day celebrations at Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium in Teligao. Also, every year, Goa's Liberation Day is observed on December 19 in India. Goa was liberated in 1961 and became completely free from foreign rule. The Portuguese ruled over Goa for more than 450 years, and history marks the fight against them in the 18th and 19th century. So finally, on June 18, 1946, the movement of Goa Liberation gathered its powers under Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, who gathered young Goans to get Goa liberated. Since then, the day is now observed as Goa Revolution Day. The Goa Liberation Day is celebrated to recognize the movement that led to the liberation of Goa. Goa continued to be a union territory till 1987. It became a state, the 25th state of India after that. After a year of celebrating the state's silver jubilee, the state government has organized various events on the theme Goa at 60. Consider the following statements with respect to the Kaziranga National Park. It was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1985 and a Tiger Reserve in 2006. The albino hog deer was recently spotted in the Kohara region of the park. So we have to select the correct statement. Both these statements are correct. The correct answer is option C. Spotting a rare animal always triggers excitement and make people wonder about the vast diversity of the earth. That has been done in the Kaziranga National Park when an albino deer was spotted. Kaziranga National Park, it lies partly in the Golaghat district and partly in the Nagaon district of Assam. It is the oldest park in Assam, covering an area of 430 square kilometers along the river Brahmaputra on the north and the Karbi Anglong Hills on the south. National Highway 37 passes through the park area and the tea estates, which is hemmed by the tabletop bushes. It was declared a national park in 1974. Kaziranga National Park is home to more than 2,200 Indian one-horned rhinoceros and endangered species. It was declared World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1985, and as the tiger population in the park started growing, it was declared as the Tiger Reserve in 2006. The white color of the albino deer is purely genetic matter, caused due to mutation of the gene, and it is not a different species of the deer family. Remember this from the perspective of prelims. Out of the total 40,000 hog deers in Kaziranga, 1 or 2 such kinds of uncommon white hog deer can be found. Look at the albino deer, how cute it is. Moving on. Consider the following statements with respect to cooperative societies. At least 15 adult members are needed to form a cooperative society solely based on the mutual aid and self-help principles. Cooperatives were treated as provincial subjects under the Government of India Act 1935. So we have to select the statement which is or are not correct. First is not correct because at least 10 adult members are needed according to the Cooperative Societies Act of 1912. So first is incorrect, second is correct. The correct answer to this question is option A1 only. Union Home Minister has said that a national level cooperative university will be set up soon in the country to further expand the cooperative sector. The book titled Sahakar Sandarbh was released by him at the event. According to the Cooperative Societies Act of 1912, at least 10 adult members are needed to form a cooperative society which is solely based on mutual aid and self-help principles. The Constitution's 97th Amendment Act of 2011 added a new part 9B that right after part of 9A of municipals regarding the cooperatives working in India. The word cooperatives was added after which two words in the Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause C? Remember, it's unions and associations. That is under Part 3 of the Constitution. Now, this enables all the citizens to form cooperatives by giving the status of fundamental right of the citizen. A new Article 43B was added in the Directive Principles of State Policy, Part 4, regarding the promotion of cooperative societies, and a separate Ministry of Cooperation has been created by the central government in 2021 in order to realize the vision of Sahakar se Samriddhi, that is prosperity through cooperation, and also to give new push to the cooperative movement. Cooperatives were treated as provincial subjects under the Government of India Act 1935. Put logic over here. Why would any dictator government would want cooperatives to become a matter of importance? That is why it was led to believe that it is a provincial subject, because provinces are more responsible for the well-being of the citizen. Okay, moving on. Consider the following statements with respect to Indian Navy's Mormugao. It is the first indigenous stealth destroyer of the P-15B class. It has been named after the port town in Goa. We have to select the correct statement. So, first is not correct because it is the second indigenous stealth destroyer of the P-15B class. Second is definitely correct. The correct answer is option B. The Indian Navy conducted the maiden sea trials of Mormugao, the second indigenous stealth destroyer of P-15B class, yesterday. It is built by Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. The ship has been named after the port town in Goa. The Mormugao was launched in September 2016 when the late Manohar Parrikar was the defense minister, and the Indian Navy plans to commission the stealth destroyer in mid-2022 when it will be known as INS Mormugao. Mormugao will add significantly to the Indian Navy's combat capabilities, and the sea trial come less than a month. Remember which one was the first of the P-15 blasts P-15B class stealth destroyer, that is INS Visakhapatnam. Moving on. With reference to the CoviDelta kit, consider the following statements. It has been approved by ICMR with 100% sensitivity and specificity. That means it's 100% sensitive and 100% specific. Very, very important. It has the ability to reliably differentiate or current Delta lineages and Omicron lineages. So we have to select the correct statement. First does seem a little doubtful, but this is correct. Okay, first and second both are correct. The correct answer is option C. In Maharashtra, indigenously developed CoviDelta kit is a Pune-based diagnostic center has become the first ICMR-approved test kit that detects all current variants of COVID-19 and flags for presumptive Delta and Omicron variants in a single test. GenePower Diagnostics informed that this kit is capable of detecting all important COVID-19 variants described across the world to date, including the currently dominant Delta and Omicron variant, and this made in India kit is fast and cost effective. It has been approved by ICMR with 100% sensitivity and specificity. Moving on, according to Dr. Phadke, one of the important highlights of this test is the ability to reliably differentiate all current Delta lineages and Omicron lineages. Moving on to the practice question. Consider the following statements. It is the first Middle Age of India. Wheel-made pottery, mostly of red and orange color, was prevalent. Mormugao and Iran are important sites. So the above statements most appropriately are related to which of the following periods in ancient history? Chalcolithic age, Neolithic, Paleolithic, Megalithic. I hope you'll answer it correctly in the comment segment. That's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.